Thank you very much for this interview. It's much appreciated. I hope that whatever I would say here would help some people, especially the future generation, of which I'm very passionate about. Thank you very much. Good question. How do you know the business investment you're about to make is right? I call it watch and pray. You have to do the due diligence and then you have to pray. There is a lot of due diligence that is necessary before you enter into business. You have to question yourself about your motive for going into the business. Why do you want to do this business? Do you have passion for it? Wanting to do it because other people are doing it and they're making money? That is not enough reason to go into a business endeavor. You have to understand the market. You have to know who are the big players in the market. What are they doing? Can you have enough market share? What is the demand for the product or the services you are trying to render? So there is a lot that you need to do. Personally, for me, I have a tight relationship with God, and after I've done all due diligence, I still have to check my spirit man to see that what I'm trying to do is in line with the design of God for my life for that very season. I remember when we decided that, the child minding is getting big, and we went to look at the first building, which was being offered by the Manchester Council. I remember getting in there with my wife, and after looking at the first room, the second room, I started to feel very afraid. Not because I don't have the word, but then I started to look at the business rate, the electricity, the gas bills, and all the things that have to go with that. And that got me scared. I thought, man, how am I going to do this with all this? And I said to her, I'm not viewing anymore. I need to go to church and pray, and then I would then be able to determine what we need to do now, because I need some word right now. So sometimes, no matter how sure you are about what you're doing, there's still that element of fear in you that what if it doesn't work out? But at the end of the day, it always works out. Yeah, you asked me what factors have helped us along the way in the business that has made us a bit successful. I want to say the first thing would be the grace of God. And this is very vital to acknowledge that in yourself you're weak, but with God helping you, you're strong. There are times you look at your life and you wonder how the things that are happening are happening. And it's because there is someone there who is supporting you with spiritual strength that if you don't have, you probably not have achieved as much as you have achieved. The other thing to think about is there are other people who have tried to do what you're doing and they're not getting the same result that you're getting. That tells you that there is something more than what you're doing that is making it happen. The second thing I would say is diligence. Every venture that is working has somebody working hard behind the scene. One of my mentors said, if something is happening, know that there is somebody working it. So if anything is moving forward, it's because there are people behind the scene working hard in ensuring that the thing is working. There is also a place for passion. You have to have passion for what you're doing. You have to be passionate about it. You have to want to make a difference in the life of the people that are beneficiaries of what you're offering. Whatever the business line is, you have to have passion for it. And it's passion that makes you work and not know that you're working. if I can put it that way. It is laboring and not laboring. Fourth thing is resource management. How you manage your resources would determine the sustainability of the business. If resources are well managed, then people will continue to be sustainable, the business will continue to be sustainable, and you will have all you need to make things work. Obstacles are not a word that I use. I can have challenges here and there, but we've always overcome them because God causes us to triumph all the time. Right. I think for our business, the greatest challenge will be people, and the greatest asset are the people. So every time, whatever happens within the business has to do with people, and if you can sort it out the people way, then you will get the required answer. So for our business line, the people are very essential, staff team is very essential, your customers are very essential, and the children are very essential. So people here, people there, once those are over, you're able to overcome those aspects, then you're fine. What I would say is that you need to keep your 9-to-5 job, as Robert Kiyosaki advised. He said, until your business is making as much as you are earning in your job, don't quit your job. So keep the 9-to-5 job. Make sure you can provide for your family. Make sure you can pay your rent and all the associated expense that you have as a family. And then when the business gets you to a point where you are making as much as what you are earning and you're still covering all your stuff as an excess, then you can quit your job. I remember working from 9 to 5 while I was in the Manchester City Council, and the business already started. And my routine was very, very busy. I would start at the business at 7 o'clock, 7:15, and then work till about 9, and then go to the Manchester City Council work, and then leave Manchester City Council work at about 4 o'clock to about 5, and then work from the office again from about 5 till about 10 p.m. midnight, and then go home. And when I get home, I'm still working on my laptop. Starting off can be a bit tense, but you will get there at the end. But please ensure that you have your job on the side that is still keeping your family and paying your expenses. Borrowing is about personal preferences. Personally, we don't believe in borrowing. We've done it in the past to buy houses and things. But as we stand right now for this business, we decided and made a choice not to borrow. Borrowing is a weight, and we don't really want any weight on our shoulders with all the weight that the business can bring to you. Borrowing makes you a servant to the person that lends you the money. So there are some borrowings that are acceptable. For example, if you borrow to buy a house, and the house is used for rental, and the rental is generating the income to pay off the mortgage, then I think that that's not a bad borrowing. But when the borrowing is used to go on holidays, or you borrow to buy a car which doesn't give a return on the investment, then at that point borrowing becomes a burden. We have not borrowed in the business because we understand time and chance, and we've been able to use the opportunities that present themselves to us, keep the business going, and to ensure sustainability of the business. Very great question. I would say that please do have mentors, but be selective in the people that you choose as your mentors. Not everyone who is trying to mentor people have the result to show for what they are saying. There's a scripture that I really like. It said the things that Jesus began to teach and to do. So every time you want to teach something, you have to be doing it as well. Many of these people don't do what they are teaching. They don't have any proven result. Their businesses are living off borrowed money. Now, the first thing I would say is that an employee or employees are the biggest asset of any business. There is no business that will succeed without their employee, including those who are self-employed. You probably have some affiliations to some other agencies or something that help with what you're doing. And if not, you still have to speak to customers. So basically, you want to look for people who are looking to learn, and they are the best people to have in a business. You can train them up, you can give them vision, and they will start to do exactly what you want them to do. They've got to be hungry. They need to understand the value of the company, the values of the company, and the vision of the company. Why is this company here? What are we trying to achieve? And then you involve them in the things that you're doing. You want to ensure that you understand what you want from the people you are employing, and they need to understand exactly what the business wants from them. Once these areas are clarified, then the business will run automation. We had this problem when we started the business, and we were just employing people because we needed them at that point. But that was the wrong way to start employing people into a very fresh business, to be honest. And it has to take us a lot to recover ourselves from these people that we've employed. So the business that is going to employ staff must understand what they want. They must understand that the staff need to know exactly what they want as well, and then share them the vision. And these people must be people that are willing to learn new things. Thank you very much. Good question again. I think you can make as much money as the marketplace allows you to, but you have to remember that taxes you have to pay, you have to do your analysis, your financial analysis, and look at your break-even point, and then after that you enter into profit, and you can determine. Some people want just to be comfortable, some people want to make a lot of money, and some people just want to break even. They don't want to stress themselves, because the more money you have, the more stress you have, to be honest. And some people just want to get to that point where they have made enough money to get out for their house, pay off their mortgages, and they are fine. So it's individual preference as far as I'm concerned, and it's up to you what exactly you want to get out of what you're doing. Thank you. What scriptures would I use to encourage upcoming entrepreneurs? As you may have picked up in the interview, that I have a relationship with Jesus Christ. And there's a scripture that I really love, and it's in Romans 8, verse 32. The Bible says, God did not spare his own son, but with his son, he will freely give us all things. So I believe that is an open check for any business person. God did not spare Jesus. He died for everybody. And with Jesus, having given us Jesus, he will give us all things. So if he can give us his son, there's nothing else he can give us. And that gives me confidence every time I want to get into any venture, that if God can give me Jesus, this one is a little for him to give to me. And he will just give it to me without any problem at all. Thank you.